Welcome to a special episode of The Unexpected Detour. This month is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and today we're going there because in the Black community, too many men are dying not from the disease, but from the fear of it, from silence, from not knowing. I know this isn't the easiest conversation to have, but it's one we must have for our fathers, sons, uncles, partners, and brothers. Because prostate cancer doesn't care if you're scared, but early detection does save lives. So today, let's talk about what the test actually is, why it matters, who's at risk, and the genetic link that most people don't even realize. And yes, we'll name some famous men who have had it because sometimes seeing a familiar face makes the mirror a little easier to face. Let's talk about the tests. Let's get one thing straight. Getting tested for prostate cancer is not some painful, invasive ordeal. The first step is just blood test called a PSA test, and it checks for a protein made by the prostate. That's it. One vial of blood could literally save your life. But too many of our brothers don't know that. Why they don't know are the rumors. What they don't know are the rumors. Sorry about that. They hear prostate and they think emasculation. They hear cancer and think death. Why black men don't pay it? Why black men must pay attention? Here's the truth. Black men are about 70% more likely to develop prostate cancer than white men and more than twice as likely to die from it. That's not just biology. That's about access to care, about fear, about systematic gaps, and about the lie that if you ignore it, it'll go away. We have got to break the silence because it's costing lives. The gene nobody is talking about. Most people know about the BRCA gene in women, especially in connection with breast cancer. But here's what they don't talk enough about. That's you're a man. If you're a man, you carry a BRCA gene 1 or BRCA2 mutation. You're at increased risk for prostate cancer. Let that sink in. So even if your PSA test came back normal, if prostate cancer or breast cancer runs in your family, you should talk and ask your doctor about genetic testing, especially if you're Black, because many of us have never heard of it, much less been offered it. Let's talk about the famous men who faced it. You're not alone in this. You are not the first to walk this road. Let me name some men who stood up and shared their diagnosis because they too had they wanted to live. Okay. Al Roker, diagnosed in 2020. He caught it early and went public to encourage others. Ken Griffey Sr., a baseball legend. He had surgery and now speaks out about the importance of getting tested. Colin Powell, unfortunately, as you know, he has passed away, diagnosed in the early 2000s. He used his platform to talk about awareness. Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, quietly fought and kept showing up. Stephen Fry, Roger Moore, Ian McKellen, not black men, but men who also faced prostate cancer without shame. They are not weak men. They are men who choose knowledge, men who choose life. The real fear and how to move through it. Let's be honest. We've all seen how cancer can shake a family. Some of us have lost loved ones. Some of us carry deep wounds from what we've witnessed. But fear should not be louder than faith. Getting tested doesn't mean you're claiming sickness. It means you're choosing to be ready, choosing not to let the unknown destroy you quietly. This is not about fear, it's about power. The power to catch something early, the power to fight, the power to live. So, what can you do today? If you're a Black man over 40, talk to your doctor about a PSA test. If cancer runs in your family, even breast cancer, ask about genetic testing for the BRCA gene. If you don't have a doctor, go to your community health clinic, ask questions, and you have the right to know. And if you're scared, tell somebody. Don't keep it to yourself. That is the most important thing. Don't keep it to yourself. You know, this show is called The Unexpected Detour for a reason, because life takes us places we didn't plan. But just because the road turns doesn't mean it ends. To every man listening, you're not weak for wanting to live. You're not less than a man for protecting your health. You are worthy of a long life and strong one. And that begins with knowledge. Share this podcast, talk about it, ask questions. Ask questions. Very important. If the doctor doesn't answer, go find another doctor, but don't sit there and the doctor doesn't is dismissive towards you. You have to find a doctor that is going to answer your questions. And I always tell people, go get a second opinion and a third opinion just to make sure. And if nobody's told you lately, I love you, God loves you, and your life matters. Until next time, this is Frances Hammond, and this has been The Unexpected Detour, where in life detours are inevitable, but silence doesn't have to be.